Welcome back to The Deep Dive. Our mission today is to tackle, well, one of the most complex, fascinating, and historically misunderstood topics in human physiology. The female experience of pleasure. It's a huge topic. It is. We've pulled together a phenomenal stack of sources that link, ancient historical documents, cutting-edge brain scans, and some really intense questions about attraction and sexual fantasy.
It's truly a journey across time and discipline. We're moving from the nuts and bolts of pleasure, the brain chemistry and hormonal surge, all the way into evolutionary psychology.
Looking at those deep-seated attraction patterns.
Exactly. And then transitioning into the modern practice of consensual power dynamics, often known as Ds. We're aiming to give you the complete picture, from biology to behavior.
So essentially, we're synthesizing material that looks at the physical climax, explores the surprising idea that this can be achieved purely with the mind, the mindgasm, and then we'll examine why some people are powerfully drawn to partners who embody dominance or a very assertive energy.
Let's start at the beginning. If we're going to talk about mindgasms and attraction, we have to ground ourselves in the basic science.
Okay, let's unpack the basics first. We hear a lot about G-spots and zones, but fundamentally, what is the female orgasm from a purely physiological standpoint?
What's fascinating here is that, despite all the talk of technique and location, the experience is governed by the brain. The female orgasm is a complex neuroendocrine cascade.
A cascade, okay.
Yeah, a flood of hormones and neural activity. It's defined by two key things happening at the same time in the brain: the hyperactivation of pleasure and reward centers, paired with the temporary deactivation of areas responsible for critical thinking, anxiety, and behavioral control.
So the brain temporarily hits the off switch on the parts that tell you to worry about work or whether you lock the front door.
That's a great way to put it, exactly. When those control centers quiet down, it allows the full experience of sensation and release to take over. And crucially, once those brain centers fire, the physiological experience, the muscle contractions, the heart rate spike, it's largely the same for everyone, regardless of how it was induced.
But in terms of getting that signal to fire, the source material still emphasizes the clitoris, right?
For the vast majority of women, yes. The sources detail the clitoris as the key organ for achieving climax. A major takeaway is that this often requires direct or, significant indirect stimulation that often doesn't happen automatically during coitus alone.
And that's not a failure of biology.
Not at all. It's just a recognition of anatomical necessity.
And we know that while anatomy sets the stage, psychology, it conducts the orchestra. It's not just physical technique, it's the whole emotional context.
That's the critical overlay. Emotional and relational factors are paramount. Trust, feeling comfortable, safety, and a woman's own sexual assertiveness. These are factors that correlate significantly